Hi, guys. Welcome to the Halfway to Dead bonus content edition. This is kind of a little after show for you guys. So sometimes I have conversations with my guests before we kind of record or after we're officially recording. Sometimes it's super interesting, and I feel terrible sometimes cutting it out and leaving you guys out of some of these parts of these combos. So I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I start? Because I know you guys don't want a 4-hour long damn episode. So I'm just going to use some of these things from the episodes that are just fun conversation that I think still add value. And you guys might just like eavesdropping in on some of the things I talk to with my guests. And some of them are going to be bloopers, outtakes, could be a random conversation that picks up between me and my personal assistant, my dog in here, stuff like that. So I don't know, just some fun extra bonus content from my interviews, from my life. Okay, you guys. So here's the one that continues with Hilary Young. We had some cool conversations even after we thought we were done. So yeah, kind of eavesdrop in. Hear the rest of the things we talked about, you guys. Let's do it. And you're still making people beautiful.
Yes, which is a great job. Highly recommend if anybody's looking for a career, being a hairdresser.
Those shoulders are hanging on for you. I know. I've got a couple friends that were hairdressers, and their shoulders are like hurting. It's like, head into midlife.
Not easy on your body.
No.
It's a great job because you get to connect with people all day long.
Sure.
You get to make people feel beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
If you think somebody has a perfectly normal life, you're not doing their hair. Because I know where all the bodies are buried.
You absolutely know. I feel like that could be a whole book right there. Just
There's
other people's stories. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what do you think's next? Because you're not done. What do you still got going on?
I'm working on a book I started in 2020 that's a sci-fi, a fantasy really book.
Fun.
I felt like I was watching a movie and I just started writing down what I was seeing. And I was just as surprised as anybody else would be by what the character, like, why is this character here?
Hilary, you might be channeling that.
Well, I felt like I was.
I think you're channeling something.
And then it just stopped. So I keep saying, hey, excuse me, whoever was helping with that. Could you
you got to get back into meditation and be like, okay, guys, let's get back on that. What's the rest of the story?
I've been working
Maybe, you know what? You weren't ready for the rest of the story yet. And as soon as you're ready, you're going to get a whole ending to that. And it's probably all channeled. And you're calling it sci-fi, but it's probably real.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Somewhere else. It's a fun dimension. But no, it's yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're still creatively writing. I can't wait for you to finish this sci-fi business. Yeah. Because I'm already getting the tingles like this is a channeled gig here. Yeah.
Felt like it.
I think you're going to be opening your mind up in the next few years here. I do. You got more. I think you're gonna.
It's been weird. Just I don't know, but we only have a couple more minutes. But so I've always been intuitive, and I've always had a connection to the other side. We didn't even get to all of the people that have passed away that turn on my hairdryer and turn lights on in my house.
There's so much more. But you're connected for sure.
That's been happening lately. I have had people that have passed contact me for as long as I can remember. Suddenly now people are contacting me for other people, and it is weird. And the strangest story I had is a woman that I went to high school with that I'm not particularly close to. I barely know her, in fact, but we're friends on Facebook. She lost her son to an overdose. Mm-hmm. And I was just reading something she wrote on Facebook. My heart broke for her, and I got Muppets. And then I thought his name was Monster, but the Muppet's name is actually Animal. Muppets and Animal, the orange one named Animal.
Yes.
And I have no idea where that came from. So I sent her a message and I said, you're going to think I'm crazy, because I probably am, but this is the message I have and I don't know what it means. And I didn't hear from her for about a month. And I thought, oh, great. This person I went to high school with, like telling everybody, Hilary has lost her damn mind. She's crazy now. Stay away from her. And then she wrote back and said, that resonates because every morning, my sons and I would start our day with a song by Prince called Starlight and Coffee. Mm-hmm. And he never did a video for it, but he was on Sesame Street with the Muppets once, and you can find it on YouTube. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Crazy. So when I think I said specifically the orange one name, I said Monster, but the orange
Animal,
is Animal. I go on YouTube and I find the video, and the video is Prince in black and white with a whole bunch of Muppets. And then suddenly he's talking to this orange Muppet that is animal except dressed like a girl. It's like trans animal. And it's crazy. I was like, okay, that's weird. Then another friend from Facebook, who I've never actually met in person, we've just known each other for years, her husband passed away. And I said, she was like, I read your book and I don't understand. I'm so open to this stuff. Why hasn't he reached out to me? Like, I can't feel him. And I can't explain that because that's not my experience. People like, hi, I'm here.
Right.
And I was driving home that day and I got birds. And I knew it was for her. Don't ask me how. I can't explain.
You just knew.
I get home. I send her a message. What's birds? Like, does he have a mascot bird? Like, what's up with birds? And she says, yeah, no mascot. He didn't really care about birds. But, his middle name is Jay for Blue Jay. And his sister's name is Robin. And his other sister's name is Wren, W-R-E-N. I'm like,
3 birds. Yeah, birds. Yeah.
Yeah. How would I know? Right. Then about a week later, it was her anniversary, and she was hurting again on Facebook. And I went to put something in my cupboard, and I heard crackers. Crackers? What is that? Knew it was for her. Sent her a message. What the heck is up with crackers? And she said, we cleaned out his car yesterday, and he died months before. And we found a box of crackers, and the kids and I thought they would be stale, but we opened them and ate them last night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right?
Hilary.
It's weird.
So do you know much about the Claires?
The clairvoyance. And
you are clairaudient, girl. For sure.
Right? I know.
Do you get readings? Do you ever get readings from other people?
I have, yeah. And I've always been, usually if they're a good psychic, the first thing they say is, wow, you're really psychic. And I'm like, yeah, I got something. But
no, you need a you need a coach because they're giving and I'm not one. I'm not saying this because I am one. You need one to help you open this up because these are all signs. I just know it. They're trying to prove to you that you have this gift, that you have this ability to help others with it. And so they're giving you these little things. But if you tapped into that, I think not only would you finish that book, right. Because that thing is channeled. That's no fiction. That's channeled. You would finish that channel book, and I bet you would start being able to channel messages from beyond for others. More than just the crackers. I think that's your... we just figured it out. Hilary figured out what's next.
That's my next thing. I can't think of anything that I would enjoy more because I'm so clear that there's nothing scary about death.
Yeah.
And I'm also so clear that the folks from the other side, like, I'm not shitting you when I say, and I know it's Xander. He was my first love in high school. We stayed friends. We've both been married twice, but we just had a connection that was hard to explain. We stayed friends for 42 years. He passed away. I'll be standing, like, my hairdryer is an arm's length away, and I'm over here doing my hair, and all of a sudden my hairdryer turns on. And it won't turn off until I unplug it. It's bizarre.
No. You have so many signs.
Go on all. My husband, one night, I came into bed. He said, Xander, the next morning I wake up, he says, Xander was messing with you last night. Now, my husband is an atheist. He doesn't believe in any of this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He says, yeah, you got into bed, you fell right to sleep. The light on your side of the bed turns on. So I turned it off. I get comfortable, light turns right back on. So I turn it off again. Then I'm just about asleep, and the light turned on again. And I said, babe, sounds like Xander was messing with you last night.
Yeah. That's interesting because you are so spot on with your faith that there is a divine and that we are all one. And so you got to pull your husband in eventually. I mean, we're all on our own path. He doesn't really need to, right? He can do whatever he wants. Right. He's supportive of you, and that's yes. Mm-hmm. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Hilary, I feel like now I need to meditate so that I can figure out who you need to team up with to open this.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
No.
Yeah, I'm open. You
need
to
someone.
Investigating.
I have 2 or 3 people in my mind right now that would totally be able to help you figure this all out and help you on this journey because you're meant to be doing this. all of these signs and stuff, they're just waiting for you to say, okay, I'm in.
Right.
And
I'm open.
You're going to help
I just
people.
want to help people. I just want to help people, Jen. That's
and
it.
with
It's
the
like, I
whole
don't need to
world
make money
enlightening
off of
right
it.
now.
I just want...
No, but with the whole world kind of enlightening right now, and everyone's very open to all of this, like you're definitely supposed to be helping people channel with this and hear from their loved ones and know that they don't have to be scared of the other side.
And I grieve so differently than anybody else because I miss Xander, but he's not gone. He's just not here.
No. We need to flip it more to a celebration of life instead of such a awful death feeling.
People are suffering and they're in hell, and like people have these weird ideas about what happens.
No, people are worried. They're like, I hope I'll get to see him again because he wasn't very good sometimes. He might be burning. And you're like, he's not fucking burning in hell. Like, you're going to see him again. In fact, he's probably in the room with you right now.
Right, exactly. He's super annoyed. He's like, I'm right here.
And you got it all wrong. We got it all wrong. They're still burning in hell. Yeah. So, no, I love that because I have no fear of death. 0, 0, 0. Yeah. And that's just, based on no religion but faith in, like you said, the higher divine. Okay. Well, we got to get you on the next path because you got big things coming now. I can feel it. It's coming. You're in a lull. Enjoy the lull because it's a coming.
Enjoy the lull.
No more. You've learned all those other lessons. That's all. I mean, I'm not saying nothing shitty's going to happen because we all know there's something next always, but you're very well equipped for it now. Like, it's going to be just fine, whatever comes at you. You're good. And you're going to start helping others all the way through.
So cool.
Oh my God, you have to. You've got so many Claires popping off.
Right.
Yeah, people are probably jealous listening right now. They wish they had such clear signs that you do. Yeah. Okay, you got to dig in.
In my life, they probably wouldn't be nearly as jealous as you think, but that's okay. I do have a lot of really cool stuff that happens. I feel very blessed and very lucky.
It's not about being jealous about the traumas you've been through. People would be jealous of the triumphs. That you've gone through that and you came out on the other side. Well, this has been great. I love it. And we're going to connect you with some people because you got more episodes for my show too, because you're going to start doing bigger things. This book was like the beginning. This book is what's going to connect you to the right people for the next thing. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. That's what I'm thinking. That's what my connection's getting. So I'm going to meditate on this for you, Hilary, and then I'm going to send you some names.
Thank you, my friend.
Who you need to connect with, someone that can help you dig into this intuition you've got going on and your clairs and helping people communicate that have crossed over because you're definitely getting the signs.
Yeah, I would. Nothing would make me happier than easing people's grief. It just would be the most beautiful thing you could do for people.
I think you can do it.
It hurts so much, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't.
No, I think you can do it. You could even be an amazing, have you heard of death doulas?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be an amazing death doula too. Yeah, helping people cross over. Yeah, not be scared. Okay, well, listen.
Yeah,
you got a path. I'm excited for your path. Yep. Okay.
You're so cute.
All right.
I'll tell you next time. In another life, I had a website called astrologydating.com.
Oh my God, I saw this in an article about you, but I went to click on the link and it wouldn't go anywhere for me.
Because it's gone now.
Okay.
That
makes sense. Because I thought, and in my mind, I was like, okay, was this spammy in the article to get me to click on it? Or I was going to ask you about that, but I thought, well, it doesn't go anywhere anymore. So maybe that's not a thing. But yeah, astrology dating.
It was fun, but I had a podcast attached to it.
See?
Okay. So that's why I'm like, your life story. I'm like, no, it was not my life story.
There's so much more. You can only... Well, like you said, you had to edit the book. You had to bring a focus to the book. You had to look at it from different angles. And then the other stories and experience in your life will help you in other things. Yeah.
Like another book.
Yeah. Like astrology. Dating.com. And next, you're going to be opening services to channel our dear departed loved ones, because I've had readings like that too. And I've had my dad come through and all kinds of people come through. Yeah, and the girl that has done it for me, she has to kind of write while she's doing it, but they give her words and she sees things too, like with her third eye, like an apple. And then she's learned how to almost come up with a dictionary to use between that, so that when spirit knows when she sees this, she knows what it means now, right? She knows how to translate it for that person, and like the whole process, you know what I mean, of coming up with what our departed loved ones want to get across. Because at first they just want to give evidence that it's really them. Okay. But then beyond that, then they have stuff to say and help us with, or they want to apologize. They want to explain themselves. They want to tell you that everything's beautiful on the other side. Don't worry about me. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, so maybe you're supposed to be an evidential medium. Maybe we'll see.
I don't know. Something's coming.
Something's coming.
Going to happen.
Something's coming. You'll be ready. You're ready. You'll be ready for it. You're open to it.
Fun.
Gus is going to help you out. Yep. Gus is here.
You're so cute.
Trusting Gus.
See what you're doing.
Okay. So I've been in this kind of healing journey. And when I've been led to through different readings, different meditations and that, is that I needed to start sharing my stories. Because I never talked about my abuse before all of this.
Right. Nobody does.
No, I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about a lot of different things, right? And I wasn't on the right divine path that I had decided when I came here on earth that I was going to do. I'd gotten off path, and God and I have now fully reconnected, and the angels, and, you know, I feel especially close to certain angels, and all these different things are going on for me too. And so I felt a strong calling to podcast. Okay. And I put it off for a long time. I researched podcasting like it was a full-time job for long before I started it. Okay. Because I'm also a person who doesn't do something if you're not going to do it right. You don't do it half-assed. You do it right. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do it until I think I'm going to be perfect. And finally, you know, good old Gus was like, no, you need to just do this, because we can't prove to you we're here supporting you in this till you do it. Okay. And also, you aren't going to get better and better at podcasting until you're doing it. That's how you get better. So I was like, fine, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start reaching out to my people, and I'm just going to trust that it's going to line up. That when I ask someone to be on a podcast or read their book or whatever, that if it aligns properly, it will align. It'll happen. Yeah.
One of the things I learned with my website was one of the reasons men have more success raising money than women business owners do is because men at 60% will go out and start raising money. They will feel like that's good enough. And a woman will almost always wait until it's 99% ready.
And it's too late.
And it screws us.
Mm-hmm.
It screws us.
Yeah.
Because they basically choose to trust that it's going to work. And if it doesn't, whatever. And we feel like we have to be perfect before we can even ask for
it. We're like, no, I can't do it unless it's perfect. So that I had to get over that too and be like, okay. And also, I am a habitual overworker. I have to stay incredibly busy. And I have been taught that lesson now too. No, you were meant to slow down. You have to slow down your brain and your life and let things come to you more easily. That's your path, girl. And so what our brain needs is what I've learned is cholesterol. And, you know, like 60 years ago, the normal level for cholesterol was 300. And out of nowhere, we all decided normal's 100.
That's it.
And not for nothing, but about the same time that happened, and remember the craze? All of a sudden, butter was evil and margarine was the king. And like all of a sudden, you know, eat a salad.
Margarine's not our friend.
And all of this.
Neither are salads.
Sorry. They're not. And all of a sudden, the rate of dementia and Alzheimer's, if you looked at them together, when we started needing our cholesterol low, our brain's Alzheimer went up, because the biggest thing in our brain is cholesterol. That's what keeps our brain safe and healthy.
Mm-hmm. So here's what you don't want to hear, but you know is true. Let me start with this part. In the 70s, when they did the big study on cholesterol, they paid off. And it came, I mean, it was in the news for 2 seconds, but it was in the news that they paid off the two guys that did this study to say that it was cholesterol and not sugar.
And it was sugar.
But it's sugar. We all know
It's
sugar's
sugar.
the enemy.
Because
That's
now
why we like it so much.
we're the only
It's the
country.
best drug.
We're the only country that still calls dementia, and Alzheimer's. Everywhere else, all the researchers, it is now called type 3 diabetes.
Right.
Because it's fucking sugar. It was never the bacon in the butter, you guys.
Ever.
It's the sugar.
And it never will be.
Yes. No, we've been so scared of all these foods, and it's just the damn sugar.
It's
the most highly addictive thing on the planet.
It is.
Because I'm there. I am an addict. I need a meeting for the sugar. And so I'm working on it. That's what I'm working on next is this damn sugar. But no, I know right away in a room. We didn't get to talk to that in this episode either. But I have the same radar you have. I can tell the bad people immediately, especially bad men. I can sense it immediately.
Immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. You just know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think dogs know too.
Yeah.
100% dogs know. I trust my dogs.
How nice everybody thinks someone is. If a dog doesn't like it,
I'm done. Nope. You got you got problems. Yeah, no, I believe dogs and I trust my own intuition too, because sometimes even my husband would be like, no, he's a really nice guy, blah, blah. He's a nice guy. Or I'll be like, no, he's not. I'll be like, no, he's not. He might seem nice to you, but let me tell you right now, that is not a good person. I know it.
Somebody's monster. Mm-hmm.
He's someone's monster. 100%.
Years ago in therapy, I had a boyfriend that was bad. And he said, she's always holding something back. And I said, well, everybody knows the meanest thing you can say to somebody as soon as you meet him. But if we're decent people, we just don't say it.
Right.
And my therapist at the time goes, no, they don't. But what do you mean, no, they don't? She goes, yeah, not everybody knows the meanest thing you can say to somebody, Hilary. That is a special gift.
That's a special gift. Yeah.
But the thing is, we get it when we are people that have had to learn how to read
a room.
The minute we meet them. Not even just but specifically people. Is this person good or bad? What is their weakness?
No, it's from fight or flight. It's from all the years in fight or flight. And us, for our own safety, we needed to read a room. We need, Of course you can do that. And it's not just
not everybody can, Jen.
I had to read a room even with a parent with mental illness. You learn to know the signals when the vibe in the room is changing. And what do I do so this doesn't hit the fan? Right? And then that's when you start having that's when your humor starts coming out. Oh, I can make people laugh to change the mood in the room. Oh, I can do this to change the mood in the room. Right? And that's all. You're right. That's not everybody.
It's not most people.
That's not most. No.
It's a defense mechanism. And we're decent people, so we don't use that ability. But it's always there.
No.
Like, don't fuck with me, because I promise, if I needed to, I could
take you down. Yeah. Believe me, I know what you're hiding.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the other thing is, the hardest thing for me right now is to not try to change other people's moods. I can talk to you all day.
To do. All right. Well, we'll get back together. We got more subjects. We got more going on, especially once you start channeling.
I know.
Okay. All right. Thank you, girl. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
All right.